Something about a legend or...
Yes, it was a dirt road, but they hauled dirt and fill up the holes and put wood pieces, cut up split wood and put on it. And when they come tired of it, would be underwater.
Yeah, yeah.
But they made it, they get across, back and across somehow or another.
But you said something about the Civil War?
They claim, this is just a claim, I don't know about that. That was before my time.
Yeah.
They claim that the right of way, that this was this, the right of way, the road that come in here, I've been told that there was the army cut that right of way through there in one day, from the hills, from the dry land to the river, because for some reason or another, one of the enemy boats was coming up the river, and they wanted to get to the river, turn up, cut it off. And they said they started back. Now I don't know this, maybe because of path, maybe because of path, because that marsh doesn't have much of the bottom. It's deep.
Yeah, yeah. What else did we talk about? We talked about some of the landscape here. You were saying here on Road Street, which we're at Flem's right now, outside in the sun. You were saying at one time you remember that this was mostly farmland, and this road going in front of the store was not here.
Around that road.
It went around back here by the graveyard, and then you also said that the road, you can remember when the road was not going around the Soundside part,
That's right,
where the prison is, and that's pretty strange. How many years ago do you think it was finally put there?
Now, the road that went from the original 64 down and out, come out down on the other end, down there where the community center is.
Uh-huh.
They call that the new road.
Uh-huh.
That was built in the 20s. I don't know what date, but
yeah,
that was built in the 20s.
I see.
The regular old road went all the way around.
So what we thought Bootsy's, though, was farmland, correct?
That's right.
And you also told me this canal here, this canal that drowned us out so bad the other day, was built by who?
The one on, I don't remember who built the one on this side way right there, but I know the one on the other side, on the other side of that could go out there, built for the man Fred Slits. He does that, I remember that.
And didn't you say he had like a homemade piece of equipment or something?
Yeah.
Did you ever operate equipment, or did you ever ride your first tractor for the first time? Or?
No, I drove. I learned to drive a car when I was, maybe 15 or 16 years old. I was living on a farm. The man had a truck, and he also had a car. But the road going into this place was bad, deep road. And he'd been out, and he looked, the car got stuck. So he went to the house and got his truck and come out there and pulled it out. He took the car onto the house, and I jumped in the truck and drove it.
He did. I bet it was really funny back then to watch these old cars putter around here on the dirt roads, huh?
About 15 or 16 years old.
Really? So did you have your own horse and cart at any time?
No, my daddy had, when my daddy lived with me, he had a horse and cart. Yeah, but I didn't have one long then. I used somebody else's.
How has Columbia changed in your opinion?
Well, most of the new town, they call it out there, most of that was in farm. There was farming. Over on that side, I've been trying to think of his name. He owned that side of it, and it come up and joined the county line that went through here. that road that goes in there, right on Buckley in there, it was given to the county because that was all that road belonged to the county. That road was put in there by a man named W.C. Alexander in there sometime in the 1800s. And it's on in the courthouses. This is in the courthouse.
How do you remember everybody's name so clear? How do you do that? How do you remember?
I don't remember. I just remember, well, I got that out. I got that out of the courthouse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 'cause I wasn't born then.
Yeah, but it takes a lot to still remember these names.
Yeah.
But what about the people? Do you think the people has changed in Tyrrell County?
Yes.
Have they become friendlier? Have they become...
No, what happened? Back then we had 3 commissioners.
Mm-hmm.
Luther Davenport from Motor River. The man Arthur Brickers on the south. And the man Eric Syke was out of Frying Pan. There were 3 commissioners. And they met once a month.
Uh-huh.
And if you had a problem, you could go down and report to them. They would investigate it. And whatever needed to be done, they would do it.
I see.
And one sheriff.
One sheriff.
Yeah.
Did you have many deputies?
No, to start off with, no. Deputy by herself. So then they had election here. Robert Swain and Ray Cahoon running for sheriff. Ray was a Republican and Robert was a Democrat. And what happened then, oh man, Joe Reynolds was sheriff before that. He had a deputy. His son-in-law was his deputy. And when he died, then Ray Cahoon and Robert, they contested for the office. And Ray beat Robert 6 votes. And Robert wouldn't give up the office. He did.
Really?
He wanted to, he wouldn't come out. They had a lawsuit.
Wow.
And I was working part-time with a man Ray at that time.
Really?
Yeah, but he told me that Robert's daddy wrote him a letter and told him that he had $28,000 and he was spending on to it. He said he told me, since I wrote him a letter back and told him I had 29. he said, but I was just joking, I didn't have it. But anyway, he told me he went to court. Robert held the office for 14 months after Ray was elected. The moment was 6 votes, majority. So Ray said he went to Liberty City. He asked one of the judges here to come in, who would be a good lawyer to represent him. He told him, old man Mac person from Liberty City, said that, but you hire him, you better hire his son too, because he drink. He said, if you keep him sober, said he wanted the best lawyer in the state. They said he went hard. And I was up the courthouse when the settlement when they tried. Robbie had 5 lawyers. He had his brother, Hubbard Swain, Whitley, Bailey, and it seemed like there was another one. It seemed like there was 5 of them. But anyway, well, my McMurray was by himself. I remember that very well.
How about the crime here?
Robbie asked the judge to give him privilege to subpoena all of the write-in votes, people that wrote in. He had more. They had more write-ins than Ray had. And what he wanted to do was to write them off like they was no good. If they did that, would put them ahead of Ray. So the judge gave him privilege. the sheriff went all over Tyrrell County, killed Canyon, wherever, and suspended all of them people. All the morning. When they come in court after lunch, they all were there. And the very first one they put on the stand, the first question was asked, Macmillan said, he objected. Don't answer that question. Robbie jumped up and said, now, we declared that Robbie Swain is elected sheriff. And I think we ought to show the best way we can. And Macmillan said, yeah, but we're not having election now. We're showing for office. So the judge got up and went back down in the back. I don't know. I reckon he looked up some law or something. He come back and said objection sustained. That killed it right there.
Wow.
Then they called the attorney general and told him what happened. He called Robbie. Told Robbie to give up the key by 6 o'clock this evening. If he didn't, he'd be down here to wait on him.
Oh no. How about that?
He went back in there and called Ray. Told Ray to come. When he looked up and saw Ray coming, he met him at the door. He handed him the key. Ray come in, he went out. But what happened then, all of the salary that Robbie had drawn in them 14 months, they had to pay it to Ray.
Oh me. Oh me. Has there been when was the worst time crime?
Yeah.
Not changing the subject, but was Columbia full of crime way back then, or is it worse now? Crime.
No, it was very seldom.
Very seldom.
Because what happened then, there was a lot of magistrates all over the county, and just small things that take care of it at the mattress office.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Bill Sawyer was a magistrate. Isaac Walker, he was a magistrate. I don't know who he was over here, but I know them two was over there. And you could go before them, and if it wasn't a big crime or something, they could take care of it right over there.
When yesterday we were talking about a lot of things. We were talking about hog killings. We were talking about just different things. What's one of your favorite things you enjoyed doing way back then?
Well, we were working on the farm. I like farming. All right. The only trouble with it, the tenants.
Hey, how are you?
Back then, the tenants didn't ever get nothing. They done the work, but the landlord got all the money.
Yeah, but did you do anything fun, like for entertainment? What were some of the things that really stands out that you really had a good time doing and you'll never forget it? Playing ball. What did you play? Baseball? Football? You played baseball. And you played it as a kid in school, or did you have a community team?
No, we used to meet Saturday evening.
Oh.
Someplace.
I see.
Play ball.
And it's kind of like the same old baseball that we do nowadays, huh? What position did you like?
After they got to school, then they organized a team.
I see.
And they'd have teams to come in from different places, Macclesfield.
Oh, really? How old were you then?